Hello, this is Simon from Film Stories. Now, recently on this channel, decided to try an unboxing video of a magazine, of my magazine, Film Stories, done by me and a tiny bunch of people. But this is something slightly different. This is another magazine that I do that I'm immensely proud of. Have a look at that. It's called Film Junior magazine, and this video is me telling you a little bit about it and the issue now that I've got copies of here. Look, copies of Film Junior print magazine. I want to tell you what it is, just give you a quick taster of it, and then hopefully you'll all go and buy loads of copies, subscriptions to for all the children in your life, that kind of thing. So first and foremost, this is an independent publication. There was no film magazine, film print magazine for under 15-year-olds when I started Film Junior. I've not been able to find one anywhere in the world. I'm sure there must be one, but certainly here in the UK where I published this from, there's nothing like it. And what it is, it's the magazine that I wished had existed when I was a kid. So I've done lots of work in and around children's magazines, and sadly now children's magazines are mainly just weighed down with toys and gifts and stuff like that. They're not about the magazine. They're not about giving youngsters something to read. And I'm a bit anti that. I think youngsters like having things to read. I also think youngsters like films. And so it was back in 2019 that I crowded what was then called Film Stories Junior, now Film Junior, into existence. And it was very simple. Could we do a magazine for youngsters that's all about movies that also allows them to write for it? Could we do lots of different things with this? And so this is the latest issue, and it gives you a flavour of what we've tried to do with this magazine. It doesn't make us any money or anything like that. This is very much a from the heart. Love it to make me loads of money, don't get me wrong. But there's a few key things to this. First of all, for parents, grandparents, carers, no film in here is anything above a 12A certificate. Really, really careful about that. Secondly, it's not just about reading about films. We want to get youngsters involved in filmmaking. We also want to teach them the value of writing. And so some of the articles, every issue in this magazine, are written by youngsters, and we pay them to do it as well. I want to get across that people shouldn't write for free. If you're writing words that are published, you deserve something for it. Now, we don't pay kids cash, obviously, that's a little bit dodgy, but we pay them in vouchers. And so they get a voucher for writing. They see their work in print, and hopefully that's something a bit special to them. Certainly the stuff they come up with is a bit special as well. What we also try and do is get youngsters to interview directors of films and filmmakers and people like that. And so let's just do a quick guided tour of what you're getting here. So this issue is all about Paddington, and I mean, to be fair, Studio Canal, the company behind Paddington, has backed us and has helped put money into this, and it's much appreciated as well. So by putting money into it, it's that they paid for the back page advert, and they believe in it, and it's great. They don't have any editorial sway over it, but they just believe in what we're doing. I'm really thankful for their support. We've also got youngsters who are interviewing the directors here of Transformers 1. And thank you to Josh Cooley, and thank you to Paramount for doing this for us, and The Wild Robot. So that was Chris Sanders and Universal Pictures. And the way this works is there are kids here in the UK who got on long distance phone calls with filmmakers in Hollywood and wrote their stories up. And the stories that they're writing are extraordinary. You know, that they're asking questions I wouldn't ask. If ever you go to like a Doctor Who Q&A or something like that, it's always the kids who ask the more interesting questions. That much is very much true here as well. We also want to show youngsters, here are the films coming up. This is the stuff to watch. This is the stuff that should be on your horizon as well. We've gone through a few re-releases as well. We mentioned, I think you can see there, Watership Down. I'm not sure how this camera works. Watership Down. I wouldn't take a child to see Watership Down personally. Then we're going through some of the news and just trying to enthuse them about stuff coming up in the year or two ahead. Look, there's some of the back issues that we've done all on that page over there. Been doing this for quite a long time now. Paramount as well, can't thank them enough for putting money in and supporting what we're doing. Much appreciated. Every issue we do an international film. I'm going to point in the right direction a minute. We do an international film. We show kids a movie that they might not have come across from somewhere elsewhere in the world. So we go to Australia this time, as you can see. And then there's stuff that kids want to write about. We've got youngsters wanting to write about E.T., about their favourite Harry Potter film, about Millie Bobby Brown and how awesome she is. We dissect film fashion as well. We explain how all of this stuff is done. And then, really, really love this as well. We give them things to do, stuff to do in and around filmmaking. It's not just about watching film, writing film. We've got stuff to do with making it as well. How to put music in your films. You know, pretty much everyone's got access to a mobile phone and can make something. But how can you make it just a little bit better with like free stuff around you? And then we had this section. Do try this at home. Really love this as well. And we're taking people through how to make their own nature documentary movie. What do you need to do? Step-by-step tips, you know, and I mean, loads of ideas in it. And then we round off every issue by recommending a film from the past, and also, you know, just how to become someone who works in film. And so we just profile a job and tell people this is what you need to get towards it. It is, I mean, we can't afford to put a magazine like this in newsagents. Newsagents in the UK here are very protective of their shelf space. It will cost a fortune because our magazine doesn't come laden down with loads of gifts, because that's what people buy. And if you try and list any kind of magazine for youngsters in the UK, you're going on a shelf where they're giving away plastic toys and stuff like that. I just don't want to do it. I want to give people something to read. It is mail order only, therefore. And so if you would like a copy of this, or want to buy a subscription for someone in your life who might love it, I mean, go down into the notes, the listing notes on this YouTube channel. Go to store.filmstories.co.uk, and you know what? If you're a youngster who thinks, I'd like to write for that, I'd like to interview like a filmmaker or something like that, I've got some ideas, drop me a note, junior@filmstories.co.uk. This is the kind of from the heart project where anything you can do to help spread the word is much appreciated. Thank you to all the people who do it already. Thank you to the companies who back it and believe in what I'm trying to do here. I'm really, really proud of it. I'm really proud as well of the youngsters writing in it. I think they've done an amazing job, and hopefully we can keep this going for a long, long, long time. This issue is on sale now.